my time in this business, I have never discussed more political policies versus stock fundamentals and technicals.
We're doing a lot of soul searching in this country right now.
Well, we know you have a financial crisis, a deep credit crunch, a housing slump, and a deepening recession.
Dow Jones Industrial Average sitting very close to its lows of the session, down 236 points. American Express, Citigroup, JP Morgan, all off roughly 10% today. See you on the other side.
You know, there are a lot of people and pets that have been affected by the downturn in the economy, more than what we ever suspected. When we first were aware of the fact that we were going to be experiencing a financial crisis across the United States, we were concerned about supporters. What we didn't really realize initially was how tremendously this would also affect our animals and the need to provide special emergency funding for people and animals in need.
I would say that we typically see a minimum of 1 to 2 a week. Definitely the ones that we are seeing are due to the animal's illness and the owners unable to take care of them and provide the proper veterinary care. They were evicted from their home and had to move to an apartment and could not care for them, or just that they lost their job, they were losing their home, and the best thing for the animal was to come here to find a new place to live.
I can't imagine anybody just leaving their dog, but I guess there's things that happen to people. I don't know how they could leave this one. Guess you know I fell in love with him.
We came here yesterday, saw him for the first time, and fell in love with him, which is more than I can say happened with me. Carol took a long time before she fell in love with me.
Yeah, he's going to be a great addition to our family. Since we lost our other 2 cats last year, it's been really quiet, kind of sad around there, so he's going to perk us up, and I hope that he loves his new home.
I lost my pup here about 4 or 5 months ago. He died of cancer at age 15, and he was also an adopted terrier. And I've been hurting for a dog since then. Very much so. I've never been without one before, and I don't want to start now.
There's so many people right now that are out of homes, that have lost their homes, and there's a limited supply of rentals. And a lot of people are going into apartments. There's a great deal of apartments and landlords, because they now have the option to pick and choose the best candidate to move into their home. They're not allowing pets to come with them. So what they're having to do is try and find a new owner, or bring them to the shelter, or sometimes they just leave them. So we are seeing a lot of animals left behind as the last resort, the last thing to go.
This here is Pancake. She was actually surrendered by her owners due to a financial hardship. Most likely, if there was assistance available to that specific owner, I don't believe she would have actually brought her in. She would have definitely gotten the care needed for Pancake, and Pancake would still be in her home today. This beautiful boy is Stripes. He was actually surrendered by his owners when she lost her home and was actually evicted and had to leave. Now, this woman specifically made it very clear that if she had assistance and some sort of financial stability to be able to care for these animals and provide the deposit to keep them with her, that there was no way she could have ever given away her babies. Sam here was actually surrendered because his owners were not financially stable to take care of him medically. Now, if we were able to provide some sort of veterinary assistance to Sam's owner, there's a good chance, since they had him for a total of 8 years, that this beautiful, mature boy would still be in his forever home with his family. Get your itchy spot, huh?
We're seeing numerous pet owners in various different circumstances unable to pay for veterinary services. These are incredibly wonderful animals, incredibly wonderful pets. They'd be great family members for everybody. And unfortunately, because of just economic circumstances in this day and age, they're not able to have a home, or in lots of instances, unfortunately, now they're not able to have a life. So with the donations and with a lot of veterinarians helping take care of animals, we're able to give these animals a wonderful home and a wonderful life, and actually give them a second and a third chance multiple times.
In the last year, there's been a lot more people asking for specials as far as cost to board their dogs. So we're doing our best to help the clients out there do the same thing to save some money. And we probably get anywhere from 10 to 12 calls every week on people who need to find homes, and probably 80% of those is because of the economics.
Sammy came to the SPCA by the previous owners that had to give her up due to financial problems. I think it was the third time we visited that we brought her home.
Sammy.
Me and my wife met
Sammy.
some 9 years ago out at the SPCA. Sammy is the results of that actual initial meeting between me and my wife.
The Placer SPCA is really working hard to keep people and pets together during these difficult times. The SOS Fund was designed with the idea in mind to really, whenever possible, keep these pets in their loving homes where they should be. If that means that we have to provide a short-term loan or a grant to an individual who's in transition to pay for a pet deposit, then that's how the SOS Fund may support that effort. That means that an animal requires temporary care at a boarding facility, well, the SOS Fund could help with that too. Or perhaps there's a medical emergency, well, that's how the SOS Fund might help also. The SOS Fund relies on your dollars to fund our local programs. All of your support, financial support, will remain local here in Placer County. If that's all it's going to take for that young dog, older cat to remain with a family who loves them dearly, and if we can do that with the SOS Fund, that's what we need to do.
Animals out there need homes and love just like everybody else.
I don't think he's just an ordinary dog.